Over the past 24 years, the City of West Fargo has expanded to the south considerably. Basically, most of the developed area south of the interstate didn't really exist prior to 2000. Since then, Moore Engineering has been the functional engineer of basically creating a new city south of the interstate. Over those 20 years, with all the new development that we've had, there's been stormwater requirements, regional ponding, isolated ponding, all of those things, just the stormwater requirements that are necessary to develop the impervious surfaces.
So in general, stormwater lands on a property, and it's all tied to the pre-existing condition or the pre-developed state of that property and that runoff rate that leaves that property before development. So as the property develops and we design it, we try to contain that same release rate, and we do that by use of stormwater retention ponds. So that stormwater pond will hold the water and release it in a controlled fashion. So overall, stormwater ponds reduce risk for flooding for downstream areas, and they allow the pollutants to settle out, which in turn allows the city's infrastructure to operate properly and make the community more sustainable.
With every development, stormwater ponding is a necessity from the design perspective, but from a resident's perspective and a developer's perspective, they embrace the ponds. It is an amenity to the neighborhood. That's where you find that there are kids playing, there's parks around it, there's trails surrounding it, areas where pedestrians can walk, sit, so they really become an amenity.
Moore has extensive experience with stormwater from both the public and private sectors. On the public side, there are regulations that need to be had to protect your infrastructure. On the private side, it's best to embrace those regulations and take advantage of it to make it an amenity within the development.
Moore Engineering has become our trusted resource. They used to be the actual city engineer for decades. It was just recently that the City of West Fargo started their own engineering department within the city and took over those engineering duties, and now Moore Engineering acts as a consultant to our department. But anytime that there's any kind of development or there's somebody that's building on a lot, and one of the questions that they always ask us is there regional retention? Do I need a pond? That's not just something that there's a lot of institutional knowledge within City Hall, and Moore Engineering is the quick call for me to be able to call up and say, hey, what's going on here? What are the requirements for it? And they're able to take a look back at the book of work that they've done for the city in the past to give us quick, easy answers to help us be able to move forward in an efficient method.